Hey guys, how's it going? It's Bill Moore back again with another review for Underwood Ranches. Now, this is a family-owned business and farm located in Ventura County in Southern California. They have been growing in California since 1867. Very popular for their red jalapeno peppers. And I first started off with their bibimbap, so make sure you check out that first review. But we're going to move on to one that I think a lot of people want to know about, and this is their Sriracha from Underwood Ranches. And they've got a saying, it says, "The peppers make the sauce." Let me go ahead and read the back here. It says, "Underwood Ranches has been the leading grower of the jalapeno peppers behind the American Sriracha movement for more than 30 years. Peppers are our passion and the spice that powers our 150-year-old family business. Since the peppers make the sauce, we chose to keep the recipe simple. Our special Sriracha sauce highlights the boldness of the pepper's flavor with fresh garlic and just enough salt, sugar, and vinegar added to deliver a touch of tanginess. Natural, uncomplicated, I'll spit it out, and fresh from our fields." All right, now what makes them so special? Well, if you watched my first review, Underwood Ranches has been supplying red jalapeno peppers to David Tran of Hoi Fong Foods for almost 30 years. But if you've heard in the news recently, there was a bitter lawsuit between these two companies, unfortunately. Things just happened. I don't know really all the ins and outs about it, not taking any sides, but Underwood Ranches was, a jury awarded them $23.3 million that had to be paid from Hoi Fong Foods. So, Underwood Ranches jalapenos are not used in this very popular and ubiquitous Sriracha sauce anymore. I believe David Tran is having to get their peppers from Mexico, New Mexico, and other parts of California. But it's kind of sad that the relationship between these two companies had to kind of end this way. I think Underwood Ranches is located only 75 miles from where David Tran's factory is located. So one thing that he's been able to do for almost 30 years is get fresh picked red jalapeno peppers and then ground them up to be used in his sriracha in no more than 6 hours. So that is pretty awesome, but unfortunately that's come to an end. But Underwood Ranches has come up with their own sriracha using the very peppers that have been used in this one, of course, all those years. But let's go ahead and get into this. I'm going to do a little comparison between the two, but let's talk about Underwood Ranch's Sriracha right now, and then we'll compare the ingredients. But here's the ingredients on this one, guys. Red jalapeno pepper, distilled vinegar, sugar, garlic, water, salt, and xanthan gum. So just your basic ingredients for Sriracha. It's got to have the red jalapenos, of course, the vinegar, sugar, garlic, and salt. Sodium on this one is serving size is 1 teaspoon, and sodium is 50 milligrams. So what's the difference in Underwood Ranch's Sriracha and then this one from Hoi Fong Foods, which has been so popular for many, many years, since 1980? I did notice that, of course, this one has preservatives in it. So here's the ingredients on this one, and let's talk about the sodium first. The sodium is a little bit higher. It's 75 milligrams versus 50 on this one for the same serving size, which is 1 teaspoon. But here are the ingredients, guys, if I can get to it. Chili, which is the red jalapenos, sugar, salt, garlic, acetic acid instead of vinegar. Now let me mention something there. Acetic acid, when it's diluted, is vinegar. It's just the way that Hoi Fong Foods is doing it is different. Instead of just using distilled vinegar like is in this one, they're accomplishing that acidity that is needed through acetic acid, and how much they dilute it, I don't know, but there is a difference there. And then, of course, potassium sorbate and sodium bisulfate as preservatives, and xanthan gum. Now, when you think about it, you know how many bottles of this are open in restaurants and all across the world for that matter, you know, it's probably a good thing that it has the preservatives in there, just to be fair. All right. I do notice on this one's a little bit darker, but let's go ahead and talk about the aroma. This one definitely seems to be a little bit more of a lighter color red. You can kind of take a look at them there. This one's definitely darker. But let's talk about the aroma. Now on this one, I'm getting a nice pepper aroma. Definitely getting a little bit more of a tanginess as well. And then I can pick up on the garlic just a little bit. But this one seems to have a kind of a nice upfront, seems to focus on the red jalapeno peppers nicely. You're getting that aroma. And then kind of subtle notes of garlic. And it doesn't really come across as sweet smelling anyway. But a nice, rich, upfront red jalapeno pepper aroma. So it's got a nice aroma to it. Now, let's go ahead and talk about this one. Now, this has been a favorite of mine for many, many years, and I still like it. When you talk about the aroma on this one, what I've always noticed, and I enjoy about this one, is that it's got a sharp, pungent, more of a garlicky aroma to it, to me. There's got something about it. It was always, and it's still there. Now, if Underwood Ranch's peppers are not in here, and they're most likely are not on this one because I just bought this one recently. I think it's been at least a couple of years now, or 2 or 3 years, since they're not used in this Sriracha. But it still has that really pungent upfront aroma that I've always known. It seems to be more, smells a little bit more sweet, but it's more of a pungent, raw, garlicky type aroma to it. And you're smelling the peppers as well, but it seems to be more pungent garlic sweetness to it, which I like. All right, let's go ahead and do a taste test of Underwood Ranch's Sriracha. And I just love a Sriracha sauce. There's so many of them out there, you know. Well, let's go ahead and check this one out. Let me do it this way. You have it in the right hand. And you got to be careful with this one because it's got one of those covered plastic squeeze. Oh, there we go. It's got a nice consistency to it. Pretty much what you would expect from a Sriracha. I like a Sriracha needs to be pretty much pureed up. It needs to be smooth. This has got a nice consistency to it, but the color on this one seems to be, it's definitely darker than the other one. But let's taste it. Salted perfectly. This one has a rich, it seems to focus more on the red jalapeno peppers. It's got a really nice focus on the peppers that seems to be more so than a lot of other Srirachas that I've tasted. A little bit of garlic, not too much sweetness. I've tasted some Srirachas that come across as being a little bit too sweet or more sweet. This one definitely showcases the red jalapeno peppers, and I think that's what the focus was. And before I forget, these were sent to me from Mr. Thomas Walsh. He is the sauce maker for Underwood Ranches, and I think he's done a great job of really focusing on the peppers, and that's what they say. The peppers make the sauce. Got a nice little level of tanginess coming from that distilled vinegar. A little bit of garlic and just a little bit of sweetness, but it really showcases the flavor of the red jalapenos more. Now let's go ahead and do a comparison. Let's check this one out, guys. Hoi Fong Foods Sriracha, also known as the rooster sauce. Just to do a fun little comparison here. Now this one comes out almost the same way. It might be a little bit more, maybe a little bit more thin, but definitely you can tell that this one's more of a lighter, more of a brighter red. This is lighter. All right, let's go ahead and check this out. Now, this one seems to have maybe just a tad more sweetness. It's got the pepper flavor, but it's definitely more strong in the garlic. I still like this. It does sometimes seem to have kind of a funny aftertaste in a way. I don't know why, but this one I think is slightly hotter in my opinion than when I'm just comparing these two. But definitely it's more garlicky and it's a slightly more sweet. But I have to say this one definitely the pepper flavor seems to come through more. So if that's what you're liking, I think you can't go wrong with this one. I'm not going to pick one or the other. I like them both. There's things that I've always liked about this one that I still like. It's just something about it I enjoy. Um, does it taste any different that it does not have the Underwood Ranch's peppers used in it? I don't know because I can't remember so much, what it seems to taste pretty much the same from what I remember. It's probably been years since I've had one that probably had the Underwood Ranch's jalapenos in there. It definitely smells the same. It always has that same pungent aroma to it, which I've enjoyed. Some people out there are saying that it doesn't taste the same, but I still enjoy it. I like it. There's things I like about this one, and there's definitely things I like about this one. This one does a fantastic job of really showcasing those red jalapenos, so I did a great job there. But I can't say one's the winner because I just enjoy both of them. So I hope you guys appreciate that. But this one is delicious. It's very, very good. And probably if you want something, I don't think you can taste preservatives, but if you want something that is preservative free, that is using those famous red jalapeno peppers that have always been used in Hoi Fong's Sriracha sauce, then you may really dig this one. All right, comes in these nice 16-ounce size squeeze bottles. Now you can get this at sonoranspice.com. Link will be down in the description. Heat on this one, I think it seems to be probably about a low 3, 2 to 3. That seems to be where Sriracha sauces fall on my heat scale. But once again, just tasting these today, this one seems to be just a tad bit spicier. But both great sauces. Once again, it's kind of sad that that had to come to this, but I wish Underwood Ranches much success with their new line of sauces. Another thing I want to mention here, I forgot that they grew so many jalapeno peppers. The demand for red jalapeno peppers for David Tran and Hoi Fong's company over the years just continually increased, that by 2013, Underwood Ranches was growing red jalapenos on 2,000 acres of red jalapenos. That's just amazing. But they've come out with their new line of sauces. I started off with the bibimbap. I've reviewed the Sriracha, and they've got some more I'll be reviewing as well, so make sure you check it out. But check this company out, guys. Give them a like on Facebook. The website where you can buy them is sonoranspice.com. If you want to get a little bit more information about the farm, how they've done business over these years, you can check that out at underwoodranches.com. I'll put that link in the description as well. All right, Thomas, thank you so much for sending your products. I do appreciate it. And guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for a lot more. And until the next time, make sure you enjoy the burn. We'll see you guys later.